published 1952 EDT, 21 October 2017 updated 1952 EDT, 21 October 2017 Brendan Rodgers has hailed the physical and mental fortitude of his legweary team after Celtic secured a third cup final appearance in 12 months. The Hibs boss admitted his players had been left tired by their Champions League exertions against Bayern Munich in midweek, but chose to make just 2 changes for Saturday's semi-final against Hibs. 2 first-half goals from Mikael Lustig put Celtic on the front foot, but Rodgers admitted it was the introduction of his 3 subs, most specifically double goalscorer Moussa Dembele, that got his team over the line in the face of a stirring Hibs fightback. Mikael Lustig was an unlikely hero as his 2 goals helped Celtic book their place in the final. Former Celtic player Anthony Stokes pulled one back from the spot after Lustig struck twice. Substitute Moussa Dembele quickly restored their twogoal advantage to make the score 31. Dembele curled in his second and Celtic's fourth to confirm their spot in the Betfred Cup final. Said it was a brilliant result after the exertions and travel of midweek. There was a bit of fatigue, but that was only natural. I tip my hat to the players because, as a lot of people would have thought, it could have been a real banana skin. The substitutes were important. Dembele had previously only scored 1 goal this season, a symptom of his enduring hamstring problems rather than any deficiencies in his form. With Griffiths looking tired after a hectic schedule for Celtic and Scotland, the Frenchman may be in line for a start against Aberdeen in midweek. The Hibernian fans were out in full voice prior to kickoff of the Scottish League Cup semi-final. Moussa was probably disappointed in the changing room afterwards because he thought he could have got that third one, Rodgers added. He is getting there game by game and his finishes were exceptional. Lee has run himself into the ground, and then you need to occupy the Hibs defensive line by having that threat. We will recover and be ready to go again. We will study Aberdeen and pick what we think is the best team. There was debate between the 2 managers about the legitimacy of the penalty converted by Anthony Stokes, which drew Hibs back into the contest after halftime. Dedryck Boyata and Anthony Stokes battle for possession during the first 45 minutes in common with referee Kevin Clancy. Lennon felt winger Martin Boyle had been tripped by Dedryck Boyata, while Rodgers thought his player took the ball. Any coach or manager will tell you that, particularly in the showpiece games, you don't want a decision to go against you because you don't get the chance to come back again, said Rodgers. There are 2 poor decisions. One from the referee who is on his way back, and the linesman who is facing it. How he gave the penalty I will never know. Lennon had no quibbles with his players' overall performance, but admitted the defensive mistakes at Lustig's goals had undone the good work of the first half. John McGinn falls over under pressure from Celtic midfielder Stuart Armstrong. The Hibs boss admitted sub Boyle might have started had he not been suffering the after effects of an unspecified personal issue. The changes were tactical, he said. We were 20 down, and it's a cup tie, the point of no return. Martin has had a difficult week privately, so we had to concern ourselves with his state of mind. Stephen Whittaker wasn't fit to start, but they made a difference. Although Dembele extended Celtic's lead to 31, Hibs got another back through teenager Ollie Shaw, another substitute. Young Shaw came on and got us back in the game. I would rather lose 42 going for it than let the game peter out 32, added Lennon. Stokes controls a difficult ball and lays it off to a teammate as Nerbitten tries to get tight. The Celtic players celebrate after Dembele came off the bench to score their 3rd goal. Celtic boss Brendan Rodgers smiles as his side took control of the semi-final against Hibernian. James Forrest almost scores, but is denied from close range by an out-rushing Ross Laidlaw. The Celtic players celebrated the final whistle after recording an emphatic 42 victory.